Hey folks, welcome to Guitar Daily. It's Nick Granville coming to you from Wellington, New Zealand. So I thought I'd do an update on the Paul Reed Smith DGT. It's a guitar that I bought, paid for with my hard-earned money recently, maybe a month ago. I have done 5 shows of We Will Rock You with this now, 3 rehearsals, couple of dress rehearsals, that sort of stuff. I did a gig at the Taranaki Jazz Club with my funk double drummer band, and I did a little blues club thing and stuff like that. So I've done a few gigs with it now, so there's some things about it that I know about this guitar I thought I'd discuss with you today, and some things that were very surprising about this guitar to me. First thing, this has had some upgrades. It's not stock. If you haven't seen my review, I'd suggest you watch that first. So the things it's had changed, it's had a new nut in it. The nut that arrived had issues, so this one's been replaced, right? It's much better now. It was worth persevering with all these issues too, by the way. It's got a new nut. I put a new input jack in. The one there felt really loose. It's had a setup. It's got different strings, all that kind of stuff. Otherwise, it's kind of the same. What am I finding with this guitar? Well, first thing I'm finding, how beautiful the tremolo is. It's just awesome. Silky smooth. Now, it does go out of tune if I dive bomb and stuff like that, but I don't tend to play that way anyway. But a little bit of shimmer on some chords. I think Paul Reed Smith have got probably the best tremolo of any guitar. That seems to be the thing with this guitar. So there's one thing I found that I was used way more than I thought I would. I've typically been a hardtail kind of player, like I prefer hardtail guitars, but having the tremolo there, actually, I don't know, I don't want to go back to not having it again. Second thing I found that's been quite surprising is the 2 volume controls. This one here is for the bridge pickup, and this one here is for the neck pickup. It's backwards for how they normally are on most guitars. I'm used to it now, but it did take a minute to get used to. Occasionally I'll still switch the middle pickup and then forget that there's 2 controls and turn one down and wonder why nothing's really changing too drastically, like in terms of volume. It's just tonally getting different. So that's taken a bit to get used to, but I actually enjoy having 2 controls now. I do find this guitar suits the bridge pickup, and I'm actually using the bridge pickup way more than I ever do. So on the show, there's a kind of magic is one of the songs we play. There's a part where I go, let's find a chorus sound. I go it's a kind of magic, blah, 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 right? And I leave that on bridge pickup. Now, most of my guitars, I wouldn't play bridge pickup clean, but it's really a pretty clean sound. I find I'm using that like way more than I normally would. So that's been a surprise with this guitar, is how good the bridge pickup is. Neck pickup's great, works. Hang on, we don't want to go out of that. How do I get back to scenes? There we go. I'm not using the Coil Tap as much as I thought I would. I thought I'd use it more. I thought I'd use it for that sort of thing, like a funk rhythm guitar, but I tend to prefer to put both pickups on humbucker for that. I find that sound works for that better. Where I do use it, if I'm going to use the Coil Tap, is more likely if I have like a rock rhythm guitar sound, like a that sort of thing. If I Coil Tap it, and I'll use the Coil Tap more of a way of kind of reducing gain than anything else. So sorry, I'm out of tune. Can't stand out of tune guitars. It's kind of cold here at the moment. We had a big storm come through last night with a whole lot of rain, so lucky I was home before all that kind of chaos happened. But yeah, I find that I'm actually using the Coil Tap more for like a distortion thing, which was surprising, because I thought I'd use it for funk rhythm guitar, but see, what I am using it for is like if I want a rhythm guitar to a lead tone, I'll use the same sound, but I'll coil tap it for the rhythm part and then kick it on, because there is a noticeable bump in volume. A lot of people say these are as close as the coil tap on here is as close as you can get to, you know, I think they call it a 75% tap or something like that. There is a noticeable change in volume, definitely. What I found is, like if I play now, I'll go both pickups on, clean. That's humbuckers. Sorry, here's clean humbuckers. Now if I coil tap it, right, there's a noticeable drop in volume. But if I kick on a couple of dB on a boost, and then back to humbuckers. So that tends to work quite well, is just have a little bit of a boost for the single coil. Maybe about 2 or 3 dB seems to be about right of what it's losing. But that can be a good thing too, is sometimes you might want to cut in volume so that your rhythm guitar parts are different from, say, your lead parts. So you wanted a clean lead part. But I'm finding that super useful. This guitar's got its first chip in it. I don't know if you can see that right there, just next to this tuning key here. First chip, it's got its first battle scar. I don't really care about that kind of stuff. To me, it's like, it's an instrument, I'll use it. It's going to get chipped, it's going to get dented, it's going to get whatever. It's probably got some scratches and stuff on it now. Do they sound better with scratches and stuff in them? I mean, Rich Scholl seems to think that if you relic a guitar, it sounds better. Maybe it definitely feels different. All I did with that was got a Sharpie and just coloured it in because it was a different colour from the thing and it stuck right out. What that came from was I banged into someone else's music stand. It happens. If you're in a pit for a musical theatre show, that's going to happen. Was it worth all the hassle with this guitar? Because there was a lot of hassles with it when it first arrived. Totally. This thing is a tone machine, and I think for the price, it's pretty damn hard to beat. A 2-humbucker guitar with coil taps with a 25-inch scale, which is what I like. That does a lot of things very well with big frets. With a nice big chunky neck, all mahogany with a maple cap, so kind of Les Paulish tones, but you can do the Strat thing for what, 2,000 New Zealand dollars, pretty damn good. Yeah, I think it's totally been worth it, and I can see this guitar being a big part of what I do when I play. I love the Telecaster too. I like this guitar. These are great. You know, they'll all have a part of my musical thing, but I can see this getting a lot of use, especially on theatre shows, because you don't have time to swap guitars. So just having one guitar that can do Strat and Les Paul tones and everything in between, super useful. Anyway, I hope that's been useful. That's the PRS DGT. I'll play out with some various tones. So here's clean mid pickup. I'll talk you through them as I go. Neck pickup, clean. This is mid pickup, single coil, add a boost. This bridge pickup, bit of drive.